Yo, what's up guys? Long time no see. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering all of the current mods and things that I have done to my Toyota Tacoma, as well as giving you some things that you can buy for your Toyota Tacoma that are under $400. So let's jump right into this. So currently on my Tacoma, I just have some basic mods and upgrades to it. It's just sitting on a 3-inch leveling kit right now with some Fuel Maverick wheels. But I also have some things that a lot of people probably wouldn't think about and wouldn't notice on this truck. And let's start with one of these things. So one of the first mods I have done to this truck is I have 2013 4Runner mirrors that I have swapped out here from this truck. And it looks very clean and simple. It looks just like the 2.5 Gen Tacomas, just like the 12 to 15 models. But what makes this different from the 12 to 15 Tacoma mirrors is not only do we have the turn signal here, but we also have the puddle light, which I have tapped into my dome lights, so that whenever I open my doors, the light comes on and I'm able to see the ground around me. You know, summertime in the South, you know, make sure there's no snakes around the car, make sure there's nothing I'm gonna, like, I don't know, stub my toe on or getting out of the truck, make sure I'm not gonna fall in a hole or something like that. But you know, just something that's pretty cool, pretty useful, and it's probably one of my favorite mods that I've done to my truck, to be completely honest with you. Most of the brackets, I did have to disconnect the bracket here and use the factory bracket that mounts to my truck, but the mirror mounted to the bracket, pretty flush and easy. The rest was pretty simple. I just tapped my turn signal cable into my turn signals, obviously, and then I had to ground out the negative for the puddle light, and the positive actually taps in to a specific wire underneath the fuse box under the dash in the truck. It was a little bit confusing to figure out which one that was. I had to go through a lot of Toyota forums to find out, but overall I got it and it looks great, and I have really enjoyed this mod. So that's mod number one. All right guys, and mod number two that I've done in my truck that I have found very useful and I really love it, and that is my brand new Gator tonneau cover. With the Tacoma with the 5-foot bed, you really run out of bed space, and I used to have a cam locker toolbox in my truck, and the only thing I put in there was my Cobalt toolkit and maybe my drill, some little stuff like that that I didn't really need a toolbox for. So I opted for a tonneau cover. I got this thing on Black Friday for a great deal, $200, and it was well worth the money. It does not lock. It is a soft trifold cover, but it was a great addition to my truck. And also at nighttime, speaking of another mod, at nighttime it was a little hard to see with the tonneau cover on, looking to latch it and see what I could grab. So I got some cheap eBay rock lights probably a couple years ago that I wasn't using, and I thought, you know, I should probably do something with these and make it useful. So I decided that I was going to add these rock lights to my bed, and I typed these into my license plate light. So whenever I turn my running lights or my headlights on, rock lights come on. I can see exactly what I'm trying to go for at nighttime, or to latch it, whatever, and then shut the bed. And it honestly doesn't matter what color they were on. I usually keep them on red just to keep it very dim and minimal. And also, you don't see these when the tailgate is shut and you're driving down the road with the tonneau cover shut. So, and anytime I turn the truck off, my running lights go off, my headlights go off, and there's no extra power being drained there. So that's a plus. And I want to say that these things were probably 50 bucks, and it was a great addition to my truck. So another mod to my truck that I have, pretty basic, pretty simple, is these U-bar LED tail lights. Really love these things. They're super clean and simple. When your running lights are on, this U-bar lights up. When you hit your brakes, these light up, and then I have some LED bulbs in there. Pretty basic, pretty simple. And also I have the LED third brake light to match, all blacked out. And I want to say this all together ran probably $300. So not too expensive there. And another mod that I have for my Tacoma was this TRD Pro Grill. Now this grill, arguably, I don't know if I love it yet. I love the aesthetic of it, love the look of it. But the thing about this aftermarket grill is it is all one piece, and most Tacoma grills that you get offline that are genuine OEM Tacoma parts, is a 2-piece grill. And with the 2-piece grills, your weather stripping is able to mount with tabs. It's a whole lot easier. But for some reason on this truck, you have to like glue this weather stripping on. And it's been a real pain for me trying to get this rubber silicone type stuff to stick. I've tried tons of different glues, and honestly it just kind of made a little bit of a mess up here. I'm cleaning it up, getting a razor blade, and you know, cleaning up all the glue and stuff like that. But overall, the grill was about $250. It has the Toyota lights here. I got it painted to match for about 150 bucks from my local paint and body guy. He matched the color up for me, did a great job, and it looks pretty clean, pretty simple. And whenever I switch my retrofit lights back over to here, it'll look all color matched and clean and simple in the front, and it's gonna look very, very clean. And whenever I decide that I want to put my projector headlights back in, I have the amber switchbacks in those, and it'll tie in very well with the aesthetic of the front, and my projectors will also be color matched. So that's a plus, and we might do that at some point in the future. So if you want to see me install my projector headlights, like this video, drop a comment, turn on the notification bell, so the next time I post a video you'll be notified and you'll see. All right, so some more mods you can do to your Tacoma that are under $400. Obviously a leveling kit. These leveling kits run probably 100 bucks. You can look around on Amazon and find those, and they're pretty simple to install. If you've ever had to change a shock or a strut on the front of your Tacoma, there's no compression adjustment needed. And you always want to make sure when you're adjusting height on your truck that you check your alignment, make sure your tires are good, your angles are good, so that your tires last longer and they don't wear out. And speaking of tires, now I'm going to switch to the lower part of the truck for focus. I have some 1.5 inch wheel spacers on here also. It gives the truck a bit of offset, which is really not needed with these 17x9 Mavericks. But before, I had my stock 17-inch Tacoma wheels on here, and it needed a little offset with these wide tires. I had a little bit of rubbing on my upper control arm. But regardless, now with this, it's super stanced out. It looks pretty nice. Sometimes it's a little annoying with rocks and slinging dirt up the side of the truck, and I live outdoors, a dirt road, off-roading a lot and that kind of thing. So, you know, it just needs a little extra TLC when you wash it. Shifting over to the interior of my truck, nothing too fancy here, but I have some Marathon seat covers. These were in the truck when I bought it, but they're duck blind camo, and they just help protect my seats. Of course, with riding around with the dog in the truck, you know, your seats can get stained up, you can get damaged, that kind of thing. So I think it's very wise to invest in some seat covers for your Tacoma. And I love my Marathon covers. They have a great fit, and if there's any other companies out there that make some great seat covers, I would be more than glad to try them out. But so far, Marathon has been pretty good to me, and I really love these seat covers, and it's almost time for some new ones. These have been in this truck for probably 6 to 7 years now, so it's about time for an upgrade. But regardless, I like these seat covers. I have the center console cover and both bucket seat covers. I don't have any rear covers yet, but that might be something I add in the future whenever I go to replace my front ones as well. And next on my interior mods, I have something very simple that you can get off of eBay, I believe, and it is the AC control switches. And these AC control switches that I have put in, and these things were about, you know, somewhere between $15 on eBay, and they're transparent on the front ring. So if you have LEDs behind there, it looks very clean, very simple, has like a little bit of a halo to it, and it looks very, very nice. And that ties in really well with my next mod. The Pioneer Apple CarPlay radio with the accented lighting looks really well with that. And maybe in the future, this radio is pretty outdated. I'm looking to get like the Tesla style Tacoma radios. They're pretty pricey, but we'll see where we can get in the next year if I can pull one of those. And I think it would be a really awesome mod to add to the Tacoma. A lot of great features there, and I don't see many people that have them, and it seems that they're pretty plug and play, go right into the steering wheel controls and all that without all the extra accessories. So that is something I'm looking forward to possibly getting in the future for this truck. But next on the mod list is my subwoofer setup. So my subwoofer setup currently is not really ideal, but I have a first gen box in the back for two 8-inch subwoofers, shallow mount, And right now I'm rocking Rockford Fosgate P3 punches shallow mount, and they're pretty good speakers. I like them. My box is not built to spec for these, so in some frequencies it sounds a little rough, but for the most part it's pretty clean, it's pretty simple. I would love to go with some JLs in the future. I love Rockford Fosgate, but I just want something a little more professional sounding, and from what I have heard, out of all the JL speakers, they sound really genuine, they sound really nice, really clean, and they make some awesome stealth boxes for this truck. And I would love to partner with JL and try to figure out what kind of setup I want to run in this truck. They run a center console mount. It's a 10-inch subwoofer. They also have a stealth box mount for the rear. It is two 10-inch subwoofers. So we'll see. Might go 2, might go 1, might even go all 3 subwoofers. We'll see. But stay tuned if you want to see that kind of content in the future. But regardless, I'm going to bring you down to the last mod on my truck, and it is one of the most simple that you can do. It's available anywhere, and you need to check with your state and see what's legal for you. Currently, I have 20% window tint all around on my truck, the front window, back window, all around. And I also have 50% ceramic on the front. I have astigmatism in my eye when I'm driving at night, and the lights really bother me, so this helped out a lot. You could also get a tint waiver from a physician. So if you do get pulled over for any reason for your window tint, you can show the police the waiver, and they will excuse you for having darker window tint. Anyway guys, this is a quick walk around of my 2009 Tacoma. It's a 1E7 Silver Streak mica color, and it's overall been a really good truck for me. I've owned it for about 5 years now. It's still going strong. I have a cold air intake. We're going to be doing an exhaust install soon, so stay tuned for that. I got some good Black Friday deals that we're going to be putting into this truck. And yeah, so this is it, and this is the kind of content I guess we can expect on the channel now. So if you like Tacoma content, if you like truck mod content in general, this kind of thing, stay tuned, because we're going to be pumping out a good bit of that. But anyway guys, I'm Andrew. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like. If you want to see more stuff like this on the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll let you know when we post new videos. But anyway guys, y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching. Peace.